So he threw him one.
Yeah.
Good night. Now we have Doug. Hello, Doug.
How are you, Vernon?
Very well.
I don't want to chat about basketball tonight, mate. I don't want to chat about the latest football scores. I want to chat about you, buddy.
All right, mate. So do I.
How old are you?
You know, as old as my tongue and a bit younger than my teeth. A bit older than my teeth.
What's that, about 45, 50?
I think I like it remaining a mystery.
Oh, so you're a young'un then, are you?
Well, I'd like to think I'm a young... Despite the age I look in my portraits, I am, you know, indeed a young'un, yes.
What about marriage, mate? Are you married?
Don't be ridiculous.
Why's that?
I've no time for marriage.
No time for marriage?
Actually, no, I don't like to discuss all my personal affairs on air. I have had marriage problems, and the reason for that is that I've developed an infatuation for Mary Delahunty.
What, that beast on Channel 2?
No, she's no beast. She's gorgeous. And it's starting to interfere in all my other life.
Mate, she's got legs like my grand piano.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Look, Doug, I was hoping to give you a bit of time to make yourself a bit of a hero. But you know what, Doug?
What's that, mate?
I've changed my mind. Goodbye. Look at Doug. He thought he could get something in there, but not. Frank, you're live. Make it good.
G'day, Vernon. How are you, mate?
Yes, I'm well.
Oh, that's good, mate. I just want to know if you follow American football at all. Gridiron?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, right, because I play gridiron. I never heard it on the air before, mate.
Well, you won't hear it here either. Goodbye, Frank.
They cut him off.
Hello? Who's this?
Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
Who's this?
It's Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Yeah, I'm at work, mate.
Where do you work?
At Pizza Hut.
I see.
And you know what really gives me the irrit?
I hope you're not going to say anything that I won't permit to go to air, Jason.
No, I won't say nothing irritable. It's the police.
All right.
Yeah, it's because they're really suckers. You know why?
Jason, you see, it was a difficult week for me in here at the House of the Furry Animal.
Yeah.
After my show last week with the police, there was some upset members of the constabulary.
Oh, yes. It's just that, like, we drive around like maniacs and they pull us over and, you know, as soon as they see the uniform, they might jeopardise their freebies when they come in, so they just let us go.
They let the Pizza Hut guys go.
That's right. We can still drive around like idiots.
Well, that's marvellous.
It is, isn't it?
Just proves to me how wonderful our police force are. Thanks for your call, Jason. And now we're going to speak with Peter. Hello, Peter.
Hello? How are you? Hello?
What do you want to say, Peter?
You know what gives me the irrit?
No.
It's those pizza drivers who go, "G'day, mate, how are you?" I was going to actually speak about, I was going to expose your true identity.
Oh, marvellous, Peter, but I'm not going to give you the chance. Goodbye. Goodness me, Professor. I mean, what more identity do they want? They've got me here. I'm bearing my soul. I'm putting my best features forward without disclosing, you know, what's down below. But I'm naked tonight. So please, call and say what you like. But for goodness sake, if it's not entertaining, you're gone. Let's have some music, Professor. Crowded house, locked out on 101.9 Fox FM, the number one top rating FM, 11 o'clock. Talkback comedy show is what you're listening to, and I'm very pleased with the support that I've been receiving. Not from here, mind you. My goodness me, more trouble during the week. Superintendents and, you know, super idiots and whatever calling up and all kinds of trouble. And Theo, this is your big chance. Don't blow it.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
What would you like to talk about?
I'd just like to say that I'd like to thank the Victoria Police Force for the fantastic job that they did last week.
In calling up and complaining about Vernon Vermin to the Fox management. Well, I would not like to thank them for that.
Why not?
It makes my life very difficult.
Why?
Well, you see, they don't pay me my $50 for this shift until they've spoken to me about the previous week's show.
Right.
And there were a lot of complaints.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I think the Victoria Police are fantastic.
Yes, so do I.
And they make the streets a lot safer, and I only wish they were a lot better shot. And they shot a lot more of those criminals.
Yes, well, let me just agree with you. I think the Victorian police are allegedly fantastic.
Yes.
Now get off. Now we're going to chat to Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Vernon.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
What would you like to say?
I like to say that I think you should have your picture taken naked with Mary Delahunty,
Oh, so do I.
and that last caller should be shot herself.
Oh, let's talk about Mary Delahunty instead. Isn't she gorgeous?
Yeah, I think you two would make a great couple.
Oh, wouldn't we? Would you like to see me on the 7:30 report?
Yeah, definitely.
Be fabulous, wouldn't it?
Yep.
I'd love to bump off that twit pull on him. Who does his hair?
No, I have no idea, but I'd love to bump you off.
How about that? He thinks he's hung up, you see, Professor, but I'm just going to keep the line open. He won't be able to ring anyone. What a clever fellow. Not. Now we're going to chat with Ted. Hello, Ted.
Hello, Vernon. How are you?
I'm very well.
Another magnificent show tonight, as usual.
Yes. Thank you, Ted.
What I'd just like to say is, you know, them clowns from the Met, they're just absolutely unbelievable. You know, I don't buy a ticket on a train and get caught. I get a $100 on the spot fine.
Yes.
But now, if they get me to school half an hour late, I still have to pay that fare, and I still have to report to Mentone Grammar School Marshal and get a detention after school for it. I don't get any compensation from the Met, which I think is pathetic.
Isn't that outrageous?
Absolutely.
You know, Ted, I don't know why you're calling me. That's something far more serious. You should be writing to 50-50 over something like this.
I reckon.
A much more appropriate forum. How are my friends down at Mentone Grammar?
They were good, actually. The deputy head appreciated your comments about the school very much when I played it to him on the Walkman the next day. It was quite hilarious, actually.
Really?
Yeah. But you are the idol of all the boys down there, to tell you the truth, Vernon, and we really would like that poster to be sent to the headmaster if you could.
What's the headmaster's name down there?
I don't think I'll tell you that, Vernon. I wouldn't like to get myself into trouble.
Well, how can he get in trouble? His name's available if I call the school.
Mr. Neville Clark.
Mr. Neville Clark.
He's really a top bloke, Mr. Neville Clark. He's a really understanding fella.
Oh dear, what's happened to students? I remember, Professor, when I was a kid, you didn't suck up to the headmaster.
Oh, well, we don't really suck up to him. He's just got a good rapport with the students, that's all, Vernon.
Do you think he'd come on my show?
I think he would if you were willing to give him a fair go.
Well, who don't I give a fair go?
Well, that's my point, Vernon.
I have every half-wit and dill brain in Melbourne calling up.
Yeah, that's just nothing. I'd like to apologise on the behalf of the Victorian public for some of the moronic callers you get on your show, Vernon. I know it's hard for you to put up with, but you're doing a good job.
Thank you, Ted. And I might give your headmaster a call.
Yep, thank you very much, Vernon.
Isn't it? What a gentleman. They are breeding gentlemen down at Mentone. If only Shane Warne could take a leaf out of that fellow's book. So that carry on and sledging and goodness knows what. Who's this? Hello? All right, lost his chance, Professor. Get rid of him. Tom, are you there?
Yeah, hello, Vernon. How are you?
I'm very well.
You're a champion, mate.
I know. You
You're
don't
a legend,
need to
mate.
tell me. I've got my friends at McNair Anderson backing you up.
The boys call you number one, mate.
That's right. Which boys?
Just the boys at work.
Where do you work?
I work for the Met. Not for long.
Well, perhaps I should have linked you up with my friend Ted from Narra Warren.
Oh, well, what can you, it's
What
good
do
and
you-
bad and everything, isn't it?
Can you tell me, is it still standard Met wear to wear those boots that make you look like you've got club feet?
Well, I don't wear them, but yeah.
You don't wear them. Now, you're obviously one of the 5 fellows who's instructed by the Met to stand on the platform and smoke during the course of the morning.
How'd you know, mate?
It's a wonderful job description, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No, it was a hard time getting the job, but I got it, mate. Yeah.
Did you? What do you actually do, Tom?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'd rather not to say because you're just going to hang shit on me anyway, so.
No, I wouldn't do
Anyway,
that.
I'm not here to talk about myself.
No, please, Tom.
I'm ready to just be on your show, mate.
I'm here to talk about you. What do you do in the Met? Do you wipe off the squiggly texter? Is that your job?
Yeah, it is actually.
Is it your job to remove the bits of vomit in the grooves on the floor from the Friday night train?
No, unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough to get that job.
It's a wonderful job, though.
Have you tried it before, have you, Vernon?
No, I don't take public transport anymore.
Why not?
Well, I can't.
Why is that?
I find it too unreliable.
Yeah, well.
Tom, please tell me what you do at the Met.
for me to know, mate. What'd you do before the radio station?
Tom, tell me what you did.
Oh, well.
Come on.
No, it's a secret, mate.
Tom, this is your big moment. Don't blow it.
I don't want to blow it, mate, but...
Just tell me your job, Tom. Everybody out there is on the edge of their seats, turning up the radio, desperate to know if Tom is the bloke who gets on the microphone and says... Is that
You
you,
do that
Tom?
well, mate.
Is that you?
No, it's not, mate.
Well, what do you do then?
I'm a driver, mate.
Ah, you're a driver. How about that?
So, but you're just going to say I'm unreliable, so...
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to suggest that obviously your watch is broken. Thanks for your call,
Thank you,
Tom.
mate. Bye.
Wasn't that nice? We had a Met driver on the line, Professor. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I wonder if he drives a Met tram, Met train, or if he's just like most of the Met drivers who just drive the public mad. Let's have some music. The waterfront, simple minds. Do you think it's fair to say that the average worker on the waterfront has a simple mind, Professor? I think so. Hello to all my friends from the painters and dockers. Now, who do we have? Hello. Hello, you're live on the air with Vernon.
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
It's Noel.
Hello, Noel.
How you going?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, I want to talk about my mate, Ashley, but his radio name, you just spoke to him before, is Doug.
Yes.
Yeah. He's, we went to Queensland in February, right?
Yes, this
And,
is
you know,
you, Doug and Ashley.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous radio name. If you could choose one.
Noel. My real name's Michael.
All right, Michael, Noel, Doug and Ashley. Pleasure to speak to
We ring
both
up
of you.
every week.
Tremendous. Look, there's lots of people who ring every week. There's lots of
I
people
don't know
who
if you
try.
can remember us, but yeah, we ring every week, sit down, you know, have a couple of beers and stuff, and then ring you up and tape all the things.
Get on with it.
Oh, sorry, mate. Okay, 10 fellas, me, Ashley, and, 8 other guys went to Queensland just to get pissed and have a good time.
No, please, cut to it. I'm bored already.
Oh, so I just want to say that I'm annoyed that my friend picked up a 27-year-old American, and now she's...
What, just picked her up?
What, he did.
Just squeezed her and picked her up?
Yep, basically.
Right.
And this guy's 18, and she's 27 with a, $50,000 career in America.
Yes.
And she's already flew him over once, just for a bit of a good time, and then we're going back next Wednesday for another 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know can we speak to her? Do you have her phone number there?
Her phone number?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you know her phone number, Ash?
If you can get Ashley or Doug or whatever it is, look, we'll put you on hold. We'll get the number. We're going to give her a call and get her on, and they can have a bit of a chat on my show.
Okay.
All right?
No worries.
So you just hang in there while we chat to David. Hello, David.
Yes, hello, Vernon. How are you?
I'm very well. What would you like to say?
I'd just like to know whether you're interested in horse racing or not.
No, thanks for your call. Let's chat to Mary. Hello, Mary.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm not interested in horse racing. I'm very sorry.
No, but I heard that you were interested in Mary Delahunty.
I'm more than interested.
Well, I'm sure you'd like to hear that I look very, very much like her.
Oh, really?
And I thought, well, my girlfriend rang me up and said that you were bragging about her, and she goes, ring him, let him know that you look exactly like her.
Can you
and I was
purse your
really
lips?
insulted about the guy who said she had big legs.
Yes. How can you tell? They're hidden under the desk. He doesn't know.
He has no idea what feminine is.
Exactly. I'm sick of some of those fellows who ring up and,
And say things like that.
Yes, it's
when
not
there's a
very
Mary Delahunty lookalike out there.
Oh, you sound good. Would you send me a picture of yourself?
I will, as long as you send me one of you.
Of course I will.
Will you?
Yes.
All right, then.
But, I'm going to have to put you on hold.
Okay.
And we'll get your address later. Now we're speaking with Portia.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd just like to say that I don't really think you're as tough as you act.
How do you know?
Oh, because I've seen you and you're a skinny little weed.
That's not true, Portia. You're making that up.
I am not.
You have no idea what I look
do
like.
so. I've seen you before.
No, you haven't,
Yes,
because I'm actually quite a heavy fellow. If you listened to my first show, you would have been aware that I'm actually quite large.
Oh, so you're fat.
So you're lying, yes, because you don't know. Now, Portia is the name of a twitty little girl who I imagine has horse riding lessons and her parents drive a fancy car.
You're quite wrong, actually.
All right, well, correct me, Portia.
Right, well, what do you want to know?
No, correct me. You've told you I'm wrong. Tell me you don't ride horses. Tell me you don't wear your hair, in plaits.
No,
Tell
I
me
don't.
you don't have pictures on the wall of people from Melrose Place. I know what you like.
I don't actually. I quite hate the show.
Really?
Yep.
You know what, Portia?
What?
Your time is through. Goodbye. Simon,
Hello?
talk to me.
Yeah, I just want to talk about hitting bosses and getting sacked. Why should you get sacked when you hit a boss?
Well...
Because I got sacked last Friday for hitting my boss.
Really?
Yeah, he's an arrogant Kiwi. I won't say the rest, but he is. He's got an attitude problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, don't tell me where you work, but tell me what line of work you do.
I used to work in the timber trade.
You used to or you used to?
I used to.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you hit your boss with? A piece of 4x2?
I didn't even hit him with my fist, but he's just arrogant. This is the way he treats the workers like we scum, you know?
What led you to hit him?
Because he's scum. And the way he pushes people around and, others got fed up and,
That's amazing.
Hey?
I'd love to get to the bottom of this. What a pity we can't mention names on air.
Yeah, that's true. I like to mention his name because I don't want, if I say where he's worked, people go around and punch him up themselves because it's just the way he is.
Well, I don't think we'll do that. We're supposed to be... Yes.
Vernon, can I have a photo of you?
Yes, Simon, we'll try and put you on hold. And because you're in the timber industry, I think I might send you a portrait with me with just a wood chip. Just one wood chip. Over the top. I'm sure you'd love it. Thanks for your call. Now, I understand that joining us now, Professor, is my old pal Gus.
Good evening, Vernon.
How are you?
I'm wonderfully well.
You sound like you've got a cold.
No, I think it's actually puberty. I think it's finally struck.
Really?
Yes.
Because
laid me low. I've been proverbially hanging for a week.
Oh, dear. Because I was going to say you're suffering from the same problem as the staff at the Franco Cozzo shop. You're having troubles with a nasty wog.
Well, I think in fact it's a case of dropsy.
All right. Well, have you got a poem for me, Gus?
I have. It has two titles.
Yes.
It's either since everyone else has been calling up your ass, I thought I'd join them there.
It's the size of Colleen McCulloch's now after this show. There's that many people up there.
Well, we'll have quite a party, I imagine. This is either called Ode to Vernon or The Odour of Vermin, and you can take your pick.
All right.
For Alex Downer, so they say, it's ABC-FM classics all day. And when old Paul Keating puts a train into his ear, he's listening to Parliament. Isn't that scumbag queer? But ordinary blokes could shields and coves desert the ABC in droves. On Tuesday night, no need to delve, it's Vernon we listen to from 11 to 12. The them that tend to drop the soap, the them in backseats go on the grope. They'll never hear Vernon, studs or queers, but it's more than the thighs they've got round their ears. There's Fitzroy folk that wear all black and make you wonder, should I turn me back? And order short blacks, and drink coffee too. But old Vernon's a touch too sophisticated for you. Vernon talks about things that we want to hear, like Poofters, Cops, Collingwood, sex ads, ducks and beer, and frying John Gacy, that stupid mad bugger, or coppers with guns, or that fat asshole plugger. And us ordinary mugs, lugs, freewheelers and fellas don't hang out in discos or hear quartets with cellos. On Tuesday night late, the old dial will be churning, and from 11 to 12, we'll be listening to Vernon.
Gus, if it's possible to love another man as well as Mary Delahunty, then I do, and I thank you.
Vernon, your words have moved me almost to tears.
Yes, my words actually give a lot of people movement, but it's not in the tears department. Thanks for your call, Gus.
Good night.
Lou Reed, taking a walk on the wild side there on 101.9 Fox FM. Now, this is radio history. We are going to link a couple. You reckon Dr. Feelgood reckons she does pretty good things for people's relationships. Are you there, Ashley?
I am, mate.
Now, Ashley, for people who are not aware of what's going on, you have a girlfriend in America, is that correct?
In Seattle, mate. Seattle, America.
Is that where Kurt Cobain came from?
It sure was, mate. I was there when he died.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Oh, it was big news.
He left, he had a $2 million empire, but $700,000 in debts. I imagine that leaves $1.3 million worth of flannelette shirts.
Yeah, it does.
It's a lot, isn't it? Look, what we're going to do, Ashley, is we're going to call your girlfriend in America because we got the number off you off air. So the professor's going to dial away, so you just hold on there. And we're going to call America. Here's the professor dialing away. Very clever fellow. He can use 2 fingers while dialing the phone. They only give me the best here, running this show. I wonder what time it is in America. 11:45 here. Who knows? Maybe Tara's in bed with another man over there. Maybe it's all over for Ashley as we speak. Oh, here we go, Professor. I wonder if we might get her. Maybe America won't speak to me anymore after that time I rang the White House. Maybe she's having a joint with Bill Clinton. Come on, Tara. Here we go.
Hi, I'm not able to answer the phone right now. Please leave your name and number, and I'll be sure and give you a call back.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Better leave a message quick. Hello, Tara. This is Vernon Vermin.
No, not you, mate.
Hello, Tara. This is Vernon Vermin. Ashley's been over here doing things with other women, and I think you should know about it. He's been cheating behind your back, and I don't think you should fly him across to Seattle anymore.
Hey, Tara, it's Ash. Don't listen to anything this guy says. He's pretty cool, but just calm down. Yeah.
Oh, good message, Ash. I wonder if you're going to put Rebecca on. Rebecca's with Ashley at the moment. They're in bed, and they called my radio show. Rebecca was a bit jealous that Ashley had this woman over in America, so I thought we'd give you a call, Tara. Try getting out of that, Ash. Goodbye. Let's take a call now from Dean, Professor. Hello, Dean.
Hi, Vernon. How are you?
I'm very well.
Oh, I'm going to join that party you were talking about before.
What party?
Oh, the one in the rear end.
Oh, yes. Look, yes, I wanted to give people the opportunity to express their views. It's already been vindicated how marvellous I am by the general population of Victoria.
Yeah, I've just got a question for you.
Yes.
You can take your hand away from the kill switch. Now you've got it right above it.
Yes.
How come I've seen these Poxy Fox T-shirts? How come there isn't a Vernon Vermin T-shirt?
That's a good idea.
I want one. I don't want these poxy little furry animals. I want a picture of you on a T-shirt, mate.
Let's face it, the average Fox T-shirt is pretty terrible.
Oh, you got it triple... Oh, I better not say that, but yeah, go on.
No, tell me what you're going to say.
I say Triple M, you know, their T-shirts are 50-50, but a Fox, yeah. You might as well put a bullseye on your head, on your shirt and walk out in the bush.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yep.
That hideous, smarmy Fox. I was thinking of getting a Vernon Vermin hypercolour T-shirt.
Hey.
You know, but it didn't so much react to temperature, but alcohol content. So the drunker you got, the more multicoloured it became. And then when you threw up, no one could tell. What do you think of that, Dean?
I reckon that's good. Can I grab a portrait from you?
Yeah, sure. We'll bung you on hold.
Oh, great.
We'll chat to someone else. I think we might take this line here, Professor, because I think it's Angela calling back. Is that right?
Yes, that's me back again, Mr. Vermin.
Oh, Angela, what do you want to say this time?
Well, I had another urge, you see. I heard Gus's one and thought, well, I can do better than that.
Angela, are you a regular listener?
No, actually, I listened to you the first time coming home late last week.
You're making me regular, Angela. With these continual calls. What is this ode? Are you trying to take on the magnificent Gus?
Trying? I don't deal in trying.
Give it to me, Angela.
It's basically a list of adjectives which just happen to rhyme.
Okay.
Cynical, satirical, vitriolic, lyrical, verminous, inimical, ironic, terse and quizzical, alarmingly unusable, inimitably immutable, eminently suitable for anything inscrutable.
Angela,
Yes?
stay on the line. Dye your hair red. Put on a Mary Delahunty face mask. And we'll go and party. Thanks for your call. Let's have some music, Professor. I'm going to leave a gap here, Professor, because a cool DJ would have come right in there and said, the Cars, let's go, etc., etc. Well, yes, that was the Cars with Let's Go. That's better. I don't like to sound like a disc jockey. We're going to chat with Emily. Hello, Emily.
Hi, Vernon. I love your show.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
Oh,
and we haven't even met. You look like Mary Delahunty.
I don't. I'm sorry. I've got blonde hair.
Oh, you could dye it red.
Well, I could, couldn't I? First of all, my brother used to go to Mentone Boys Grammar, and he would love a portrait.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come on, get that out of the way. I don't have time for that.
Okay. I just have something to say about the police.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I agree that, they should be able to shoot when they want to. But I saw a cop today,
yes,
and they were sitting there with their speed camera,
yes,
and they must have been able to sense that this guy was speeding because this guy just
Well, that's
ran.
what speed cameras do.
Yeah, but he ran out into the middle of the road in busy traffic to pull this car over, and I swear I nearly ran him over, and I wish I had of because, he was just an idiot.
Oh, dear, Emily, I've told you about the trouble I'm in, and I have to continually say
I know
that I allegedly think the police are fantastic. Thanks for your call.
Okay, thanks.
Now we have Lee. Hello, Lee.
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
What would you like to talk about?
I was just wondering what your point of view on marijuana is, legalising it.
Lee, that is tremendous that you rang up to talk about that, because that is what I'm going to talk about next week.
You're going to talk about that next week, are you?
Yes, because I was planning on catching up with my good friends from Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
While they're out here, and they're very busy today. So I was thinking I might have a chat with them tomorrow.
Right.
And then we could maybe organise chatting to them next week on the show. I think that there are a lot of compelling arguments for the legalisation of marijuana.
It just seems if it was legalised, it'd take a lot of the like junkies off the streets and things like that. I mean, at least they could have control of it then.
Yes.
Rather than everybody coming from the backyard sort of thing.
Something, Lee? I'd love to chat to you for hours and hours right now, but I'm not going to. Call back next week. Cheryl.
Hello, Vernon.
Hello,
Hello,
Cheryl.
Vernon.
Yes, I'm here.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good.
That's good.
Cheryl, don't take too many of the red ones tonight. I think you're a bit too hyper.
I was just wondering, what are your point of views about what happened on Cannonball Run today?
Oh, well, I mentioned them earlier. I think it's to be expected if you give some people who have no idea how to drive a car professionally the opportunity to travel at 300 kilometres an hour behind, the wheel of a Ferrari with gravel on either side. You're asking for trouble, aren't you?
Yeah. And another thing I want to point out to you...
Oh, that's all you want?
Hang on.
That's enough?
Hang on. Vernon, just before you go, you know how you said about the Jap cars?
Japanese cars.
Yeah, It wasn't a Jap car, it was an Italian car, by the way.
Yes, no, I just said that I'd like people in the automotive industry in Japan
to
look at speed limits and then please consider.
All right, then. Vernon. Bye.
Cheryl?
Yeah?
Do you think you're a bit of a dill? No, I don't either. I think you're a big dill. Goodbye. Dear, oh dear, who's this? Hello?
Hello?
Who's this?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
My name's Kerry.
Hello, Kerry.
How are you?
Who else do you think I would be talking to?
No, you see, you didn't say my name.
Well, I didn't want to. I wanted to give you the chance to say it.
Well, I said it, didn't I?
Well, let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
Actually, I shouldn't use that phrase today after the Cannonball Run, should I?
No, you shouldn't. It was a rather dismal scene up there, actually.
They're now cutting through the chase, aren't they, with the jaws of life? What a dreadful business it is.
Yes.
What do you want to talk about, Kerry?
Anyway, well, initially, I'll have to say that when I started listening to your program, I was rather scared of your voice.
Really?
Yes, but now I like it, so anyway.
Oh, don't be frightened. I'm a
It's very, I won't say, but anyway.
No, say it. What is it? It's very
like that.
Like what?
Spooky?
It doesn't give you a little tingle.
No, it doesn't do that. Anyway, I'll get to the point of my call.
Yes.
What do you think of the reforms in the legal system? In particular, the taking away the wigs.
Oh, yes. Taking away the wigs, as in you calling the judges wigs, or are you talking about the actual...
Now, don't you be sarcastic of our legal system.
The actual wigs that they wear.
Yes.
Isn't it marvellous? I was just reading about that today.
Yes.
And I was truly fascinated to see that one fellow, all he could come up with was that it kept his head warm. Now, really, my suggestion is that if a barrister's being paid $3,000 a day to come up with stories...
Excuse me, they are not stories. They are well-established arguments.
Well, you reckon he'd have a well-established argument for wearing a wig rather than it keeps his head warm? I think the whole purpose behind this is to make the legal profession accessible to those people in courts. And in that case, if he wants to wear something on his head to keep it warm, I think the most accessible thing would be a balaclava. That's what the bloke in the dock would understand.
Good point.
Anything else, Kerry?
Oh, no, just keep on the good work. And don't be so rude sometimes.
Thanks, Kerry.
See you later.
You sound like my mother.
Oh, be quiet.
Well, she can't talk anymore. Not through the dirt. 6 foot of it. Thanks for your call. Now we have Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hi, Vernon. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, all right. I just want to talk about in-laws. I was down...
You're not going to do any mother-in-law jokes, are you? Because I'll have to hang up.
No. This is clean. She was out down my place last week.
Your mother-in-law?
Yes. Having dinner, and the subject got around to your show, and she was telling me, how disgusting it is and whatnot. And
but she listens?
Oh, yeah. So she complained about it.
How old is she?
Oh, about 55.
My oldest listener.
Yeah. So I'm up here in the marsh, Bacchus Marsh, listening to it because they're out at a function, her and my wife.
Well, dear oh dear. We seem to have lost that caller because of an indiscrepancy he made about, let's say he abbreviated the term fire truck. Is that the best way I should put it, Professor? I love that. It's fun for me when that happens. And he was quite interesting too. Oh, well, what a pity. Let's have some music, Professor. I tell you something, Professor, I wish somebody hit that bloke with more than a bloody Samboy chip. That was the Screaming Jets with Better, 101.9 Fox FM. Kelly.
Hello, Vernon.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well.
I was just ringing to say that your show is just fantastic and I love it.
Thank you.
And I think the Japanese have given new word to given new meaning to the words fried rice today.
Yes,
and
they certainly
need
did.
Congratulating as well.
You're going to congratulate them? Why?
Yeah. Well, as you've commented before, it's pretty silly to go out driving on roads that are pretty unconditional for people that can't drive in racing conditions. So.
It's very selfish and a very tragic loss of life for those who weren't involved, and it was out of their control.
Oh, true.
Very sad business indeed.
But, again, fantastic show, and good luck in the future.
Thanks, Kelly.
Okay.
I guess you could say that my show was smashing. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I? Hello, who's this? Hello.
Oh, hello.
Loris.
I'm on.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think your show is the best and bugger the rest.
Thank you, Loris. What did you want to say?
My name is Loris Werner.
Yes.
I went to school with Mary Dillahunty.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and I thought, I've been listening to you all night.
Mary Dillahunty in a school uniform.
And I don't think she's got piano legs. I think she's got lots of freckles and ginger hair.
Tell me what she was like at school.
Well, she was very, very nice, very quiet and nice person, come from a family at Murtoa. Have you heard of Murtoa?
No.
Well, up the bush, very much in the Mallee roots.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, and she went to the Brigidine Convent with me.
Yes, well, look, have you got an exciting little story?
Pardon?
You got just one little story about Mary at school that you'd like to share?
No, I haven't got any exciting stories because she was a very quiet sort of person and... all I can say is she's got freckles and ginger hair.
Can I just ask you something?
Yeah.
Was there any suggestion at school that she'd go on to become a bit of a sex symbol?
No, not at all. No.
I don't want to hear any more then. Professor, I'm disappointed. Thank you, Loris. Please, if you go to a school reunion, tell Mary that I'd love to see her. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello.
Is it you talking to me?
Well, yes, and half of Victoria after the ratings today, I'm pleased to say, but yes, directly to you.
I just want to say that your show was great.
Yes.
And that, well, half the people I know want to talk to the professor, but the guy said I wasn't allowed to. So, does he exist?
Oh, yes.
He does?
Oh, he's a very real man, the professor. Don't worry about that. But he's not allowed to talk. I won't let him.
Oh, that's not nice.
What do you want to know about him?
I just wanted to know whether he existed and... Yes.
Professor, tap the microphone.
Oh, I don't know.
He has tremendous motor skills.
Oh,
Tremendous.
Oh, that's good. Well, good show you got there.
Thank you, Fiona.
Okay, thanks.
I think we might finish it up there, Professor. I've run very late tonight, but it's a special show, isn't it? We're celebrating in here. It's a jovial mood. And I would just like to say I'm very sorry that there was a chap called John earlier on who called very early in the show, and we lost him. And I would love to have had a chat to him. He was one of the first callers, so John, please try and call again. That's it, though. Drop me a line. Write me a letter here at Fox FM, PO Box 1019, St Kilda 3182. I'd love to hear from you. If you want a portrait, I don't care. Just write to me. And a special cheerio to all those girls at Fairley. God bless you, girls. I thank you for your support. There's not too many ratings books in Pentridge, I don't think, but I know I've got your support. Good night.
The Fox is looking for the